The difference between us is that I can feel pain.
Sounds like a real boogeyman. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy.
There's someone else in the hotel with us. There's a crazy woman in one of the rooms.
It's got a death curse.
This isn't science. It's more like black magic.
Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper.
Hello, my Night Owl friends, and welcome to Pumpkinhillradio. I'm your host, Travis Wormwood, and I got my other host,
Me. You know who it
it's
is.
Dawson Trailer on the mic.
You know who it is.
Thanks for joining us today. A special welcome to all the new listeners. I know there's some new ones out there, so hello to you, and reach out if you want us to cover something specific. That's pumpkinhillradio@gmail.com, and you can always support our Patreon. That's in the link below. New stuff there all the time. We're building that up. You're gonna check out. We'll probably have some chapter headings in the description, so you can kind of jump around in the episode. But I think today we're covering Colorado Festival of Horror 2024.
If you were there and you got a flyer and you're listening now, what the fuck is up?
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, what the fuck?
Welcome to the hill.
I'm throwing a fist bump through the fucking audio headphones you got in. Heavy fist bump on that shit.
Almost
bro.
like getting punched in the ear.
Yeah, but like to your fist.
Anyway.
But, yeah.
Yeah, well, welcome in. Oh, God. So generally the episodes go, so you know what a normal one sounds like? Because this is going to be kind of a COFOH 2024 recap episode. Because we were kind of doing
It's going to be similar to the Alien heavy spoiler.
Yeah, it'll be
But
just
it's
a nice,
just, we're just going to talk about our time.
Yep, we're going to be hyped
We had
about
a
it.
nice night there.
One
night.
Yeah, one night in COFOH.
One night at COFOH.
Yeah.
Dude.
Nice. The normal episode will go over usually horror this week,
title.
and then we'll go over. It kind of does like horror this week, which involves almost anything,
Yeah.
and then it goes into some sort of like one or two topics that are based on things that users have submitted, or I don't know, just stuff we've researched that week. We did some stuff
Whatever
on
we're
floating
thinking about.
heads, some werewolves recently. All
Pretty much anything we've been thinking
it's
about.
high strangeness, paranormal
Yeah.
topics. We're looking at esoteric
Which I think
studies.
just talking about the COFOH.
Yeah, we're
It's
gonna get
bring
into
some
all of
things
it.
up because there's some things that we saw and we got at the COFOH that like remind me of some other things we've talked about. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Certain book I got. We'll get into it. But
Let's open it up. So COFOH.
we want to hear about some horror this week.
Yeah.
Well, last night I got home from work and I go in my room and turn my light on. I'm like getting off of work, take my socks off. See this huge flying bug flying around. It was a praying mantis
Oh.
in my room.
Ooh. Whoa.
I don't know how the hell it got in there, but
And your cat didn't even get at it.
Don doesn't even notice that stuff. Yeah, so that was like a horror. That was kind of scary. Once I saw it was a praying mantis, I was like, he's cool, but
Dude,
they're big and flying, and they're scary looking, kind of.
horror last week. It was by the light of the waning moon. So this is about a week and a half ago now. I was outside and it was one of the first stars in the sky that I saw next to the moon. A little bit out, pretty bright. I looked at it for a while. I was taking the trash out at a job. I looked at it. I was just like smoking my little wax pen thing, whatever, doing my thing, just like having my time. I look at the moon. I talk about how much I look at the moon all the time, but I'm seeing the star too. I go back in, right?
Yeah.
And then like I come out maybe like a half hour later to do something else, and it's just the star isn't there anymore.
Yeah.
It wasn't and it wasn't like a. I know what a satellite would look like, a far off one. It was too bright to be anything like that. It wasn't blinking. It wasn't.
When you stared at it, it wasn't moving.
No, it wasn't like a plane so far off that it was barely moving. It just was gone, and I literally was like dumbfounded. I just like I was like looking for. It was so silly. Like I was looking for it. I was like, where did it
Look behind the dumpster. Did
go?
you check behind
I'm
the
literally
dumpster?
like looking other places in the sky as if it like would have shifted, just to see if it was something that was like flying or whatever. But yeah, it was just gone. So that was a little.
That's cool.
That's just a little blip,
Yeah.
It's a little,
Sometimes
what
like
the
there's
fuck
things
is
like that.
Yeah.
I see some stuff like that sometimes where I'm like, where'd that go?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. That's the and I think now we are like dead center. Not dead center. We are right in the spooky season. We're in that fall vibe.
Dude, the moon's getting pretty full.
Moon's
Last
getting
night I
full.
peeked out my window and it was just glowing out there.
It's beautiful out.
It's nice.
Oh.
It's getting chilly at night.
And what a
Cool
better way to
mornings.
like ring in that fall feel than with the horror festival.
Oh.
I must say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. I was able to buy where's the bell? Get the bell, Dawes. We got the first pumpkin of the year.
Ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Yeah, we got a pumpkin. It's actually it's outside the door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sitting in the hall in the apartment with
That's good.
with a gnome on
Yeah,
top of it.
I see the new pumpkin light, too.
Yeah, we got a
Yes,
pumpkin
that's
light in the
good.
studio.
That's
Dawes,
good.
and I hung up.
Yeah.
I got some of the
Cute.
I probably bought things at like 20 of the stalls at the artist venue at the
You were
COFOH.
collecting things.
I
dude.
just wanted, and we were able to talk to everybody. We'll get into that a little bit later. But I was able to start hanging up some of my new things, and I'm really
Nice.
excited about it.
Yeah.
We're just looking at
Yeah.
those now. Anyway, yeah, and we might dip in and out of horror this week right now, but COFOH. I was so glad we were honored to be given press passes for the event.
Yeah.
Our friend Julie was able to come with and do some pictures of me while I was doing interviews with some famous celebrities, little tease, you know.
Celebrity news.
And then so we'll have those pictures coming out soon. You know, she's a photographer, so she wants to make sure they look nice before I get them all sent to me.
Yeah, we got edit.
But I did see some of the interview videos, and they look really nice. And I can't
Yeah.
wait to post those up. I'll probably cut them into
Looks
some
good.
clips and also have like a main one. I also might splice them into the back end of this episode. Or perhaps like
okay.
another adjoining episode, just like a 15-minute little thing. So keep your ears out for that, because it was.
Big
I guess I'll start it off here. I got my full, and if you're wondering who the hell we were, you came out to your car after COFOH, and you see this
Oh, yeah.
pamphlet in
You
your
fucking
door.
Salted
Because
doors.
we did
The
plaster
flyers,
the,
dude.
yeah, we
Flyer,
flyered.
drive-bys.
We papered the town.
Pretty much every car in the parking lot.
Me and Dawson were the blonde couple.
Yeah.
With
pumpkin suit.
I had a
the
full
pumpkin
pumpkin
man and
suit
his
on.
partner.
Yeah, I was a pumpkin man and my partner. So you probably
Blonde
saw
partner.
us running around. Where was it going with this? Okay, so I get all dressed up. Julie's coming out. I get to see COFOH getting set up first of all, which is really exciting. You know, they had like by the time I got there at like 11. No, it was about like 10:30 because the interview started at 11. I wanted to be early.
You want to be there
know,
on time.
I want to be on time.
You never know how traffic's going to be.
Yeah. No, yeah, so it was traffic wasn't bad getting out there.
Yeah.
Traffic update, it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Traffic a week ago, not bad.
Traffic 1 week ago was not bad. I'm hoping next year it's similar.
Yeah.
It was really nice to see it going out. First off, an event on Friday the 13th.
Yeah. How about that?
How about that? Interviewing
sliced
people
my
from
finger
the
at work.
series Friday
Sliced
the
my finger a
13th.
little bit at work on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, well, I have
Figured that
some
was a good
I have
sacrifice.
some really startling news about some things that happened on Friday the 13th.
Well, what happened?
Media wise. You want to get into it right now?
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it.
Okay, so yeah, well, we're currently in it. I'm just kind of walking you through the experience as a part of this. So,
all right, let's
Julie's
keep going.
taking pictures of me. We're
Mhm.
getting excited. I get to see the sellers area getting set up. Kind of say hi to some people as it's going. There'll be pictures of like the pre setup kind of thing there too.
Yeah, some
and just like the
BTS.
Camp Crystal Lake theme, it's perfect for me. It's like
Really
y'all
nice.
knew that. Yeah, we were talking off pod, Dawson, that like if you go to earlier episodes, I'm talking
Dude.
about Jason constantly.
This has been like a year in the making.
This has been a year in the making.
The first like episodes were mostly about Jason.
Mostly about Friday the 13th stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much of that was.
So,
We'll bring it back. Also, we're about we're about a year old now, Dawes.
Yeah.
Happy
Happy birthday.
I wrote down that one. I think we got one more week until it's like the upload
Officially
day, but,
your
you know.
point, but I mean,
Yeah.
hey man, we're out
Or I'm
here.
wrong. It could be over.
I don't know.
And it's episode 51, so I thought maybe
Somewhere
we'd do
around
an
there.
Area 51 thing, but we're not. So maybe we'll
Well,
wait
we
for.
can get into it. I got a cool book.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I do want to talk about that. 'cause
Okay.
That's
Okay.
A cool ass book.
Yeah. Well, this is good. This is good. I like the content we're building up here.
Yeah.
And look at the listeners excited.
Woo. Stay
I can
tuned.
tell. Stay tuned. Your ears.
Dawson got a cool book. He hasn't read almost any of it yet.
The pictures are
Just
on
looking at
point now.
pictures though. Pictures are cool.
Frightening pictures. So we go into the interview space, and by the way, these interviews didn't really even fully register for them till last minute. But they got, I got sent like the list of them, and I just wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to make it. I had to work the nights and everything, and I just decided I'm just gonna do it. This is a once in a lifetime thing.
Gotta go for it.
I stay up almost all night writing interview questions and watching all the movies that the people are in.
Yeah.
which is you just got to do. A lot of them I had seen, like it's all the Friday movies. It was just like, okay, I get
just
to go
good,
revisit
like,
them.
flash
and see
refresher while you're doing other
get
stuff.
to see that they're there again. I get in the room. It's Adrienne King and Amy Steele. These are the final girls of the first 2 Friday the 13th movies.
Absolutely.
These are
Queen Angels.
Yeah, Queen Angel. These are stars. These are stars.
Major
These are people that we've all seen in the movies since we were little kids, basically.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure of talking to them for like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It was beautiful. I have a lot of stories from it.
What was it? Adrian comes up. Oh, Travis.
See,
Pumpkin.
that's the thing. At the
How are you going? How are you doing?
Yeah,
I was like,
Travis,
whoa.
Yeah, at the end of the
Whoa.
About 12. Like
that was starstruck.
About like 9 or 10 hours later, after I know she's on meet and greet, she's on other interviews, she's
Talked
been
to
at
so many people.
Yeah, she walked by us just in passing.
Yeah.
And she knew me
She
by
just like
name.
said, hey, like your friends, like your old buddies.
I'm so flattered. Adrian, I hope you're
man.
listening. This is a friendship
Adrian,
I want
I
to.
love
Yeah,
Adrian.
please come on the podcast.
Please.
Because I have some horrible news for all of us.
Friday the 13th.
Now, this interview went astoundingly well. This is my first real interview.
Yeah.
Okay. There is now we have pictures and I have the stories of it, and I promise you it went so well.
Yeah.
At one point,
it's probably so good.
At one point, Amy and Adrian did like the wooey woo fingers and we're like, ooh, and then I did it too, and then we all looked at the camera and did it, and it was gonna be the perfect image. It was like I was like gonna get buried in the shirt with that on it or something, you know?
Yeah.
That was gonna be it. And it was just great. Because what my interview style is that I'm figuring out is but if it's like somebody that's like I'm just starstruck by, I will spend the first, and if it was like a 15-minute interview, I spent like the first 5 minutes just like appreciating them, asking them about their role specifically, like, you know, like what, like how much leeway did you get with this? How were you able to build this character up? What are your like? I was even talking about like how does your family react? You know, Adrienne told this great story about how like her mother was in the screening room, and like her mother, the final scene, spoiler alert, from the first Friday the 13th, when Adrienne King's character is in the canoe at the very end.
Yeah.
And the young Jason springs out of the water and pulls her under. Right before that, Adrienne's mom is packing up her purse because she sees her daughter just in the boat, and she's like, "Oh, it's gonna be fine." She actually, like, her mom like was packing up because she was done with the movie, and then Adrienne like grabbed her mom's arm. She's like, "No, wait!" And then her mom looked and just started shrieking because she like sees her daughter like getting destroyed.
Nice.
And then I guess all the then Adrienne looked back and she saw all like the executives shaking hands, and it was like sold the movie.
Job, guys.
That's also where she's like, because Adrienne has an amazing scream.
Great
That's
guy.
like she actually got cast for her scream when she was like 4 years old and stuff.
Yeah.
And so she was like, that's where she got the scream from, through her mother.
Yeah.
So I have some really good stories. Amy also was a treat to talk to.
Yeah.
We all just talked to. It was just I did like 5 interviews in a row, and like so I'm not mixing them up in my head, but I feel like I'm gonna come to more details as I go through it more.
Oh yeah.
More like with a fine-tooth comb, especially because this one didn't save.
Yeah. The file is lost.
The file's lost. Okay, on this one. We only have pictures. A sacrifice. Okay, the best part is so what I'm saying, my interview style, the first like 5 minutes, then after that I'm like, so how do you feel like, because I'm like, the podcast that I do, we love horror movies, but really we love like paranormal stuff. Like, what do you got? You know, and they both had some stories. They both are from Washington area, so they were like, Bigfoot is real. Bigfoot is out there.
Definitely
they've like seen
out
Bigfoot.
there.
They're like, you know, they're like, oh, my husband this. They're like, my friend, and it's like it's all this and that, and I know Adrienne had seen lights in the sky. I told them about. I was able to teach them. I was able to like let them know about a term, falling leaf pattern, that FLP.
Yeah.
Because they were describing. I was like, it was like a falling leaf, and so they were both like, it was like the FLP. I like that they keyed into that a little bit, and then I don't know. Adrienne was also had some more. They just both had some paranormal stories, which I feel like maybe they hadn't really been talking about. You know,
no, they probably don't get asked about that very much.
So it was really cool to hear. Like, we really just vibed out on just paranormal stuff for like another 7 minutes, and then literally I'm like, and at the end of the interview I'm like, and I probably have enough questions to talk to you all day, but I think it's just about time. And I stand up as I'm standing up. They open the door. And that is on recording, and then we're all like, oh, and it's like, you know, this woo-woo moment, because it's I just keyed into it, you know? It was just nice. It was lovely.
Yeah,
and they were just both lovely people. We got like
They're sweet ladies.
We took pictures. I got pictures. You know,
Yeah.
they were just really nice about it and genuine. And it was
definitely
good
happened.
It happened.
It definitely happened.
It had to happen.
It had to have happened.
This whole Pumpkinhillradio. There's no way that this year of production could be some sort of ruse my mind is making.
Yeah, this isn't a pretend thing.
I'm not just
actually what happened. Went down.
I've been talking to a corner, and that was actually 2 rats, and it was like a rat wearing like it was just like one was like a paperclip. It was like that SpongeBob episode. It's like a piece of a cheese,
a rat and a bag of chips.
It's like like a potato leaned against the wall. That's no disrespect to them. They're lovely. I'm just that's the extent of my delusion, perhaps.
Yeah. No, that happened. That's for real. I saw the pictures.
Yeah, and
pictures
then like the fact that she walked by and like just tagged me. I'm just gonna cherish that. That was just so warm. Awesome. I just felt so warm.
No,
it's like
we're blessed.
Yeah. Like
that was cool. That was cool.
That was cool. So then so like actually so what happens is then we get out of there and then I'm thrown into the next interview, which is. And now I kind of know their names. Like I kind of know the industry like a tiny bit. It's Tom Matthews, Tom McLaughlin. Tom McLaughlin is the writer-director of Friday the 13th Part 6. Jason Lives, and then Tom Matthews he plays Tommy Jarvis. In Part 6. There's a few renditions of like Part 4, Part 5. Tommy Jarvis.
It really throws me off because he's Tom and both.
I know. Yeah, there was 3 Toms in the room. There was 2 Tom. There was a Tom character, and it was a lot for my mind. One of them
Which
spelled.
Tom am I talking to?
I believe Tom McLaughlin spells it THOM. If you're trying to Google it, but
oh, interesting.
Very fancy. But yeah, there was a lot. It was just me and a lot of Toms. So it was it's a lot of pressure already. Just So Tommy Jarvis has his character arc throughout 4, 5, and 6 is he's the young mask maker kid, but it's not the same character. It's not Tom. And so this interview's saved. I'm going to post. I might put it at the end of this, but I'll probably also post it. I'll probably post it a bunch of times. I'm just fucking ecstatic about this thing. It went. I'm not even gonna. You just go and listen to that one to listen to all of it. But same thing happened where I was able to talk about their careers and all that. And like get into it. And Jason Lives is literally my favorite of the series. It's the one I talk about constantly on Pumpkinhillradio. Yeah. Where it's the one where people, if you've been a long time listening, it's the one where Tommy Jarvis grabs like the fencing from the cemetery and stabs it into Jason's cold dead body after he digs him up. And then the lightning bolt hits it. Like how many times have I made that reference on this program? Dawson's letting a cat in because she wants it. Sabrina's really excited about this. Hey, baby.
All right, I got a cat.
So
wrangled here.
Yeah. So I get to talk to them. So here's the thing, though. When that audio was going, when we were recording it, the photographer, because they just told us to bring an SD card in. So this is all we were all just figuring it out on the fly. This is my first interview, so like first thing I should have been recording separately. Like no fault to to them at all. Like I should have just
before it all happens, just double check and make sure it's all ready to go.
And I should just always be recording
like
on
5 seconds before.
Yeah.
To make sure it's saved.
I just also need to always like have my phone out recording. Like I should have just been getting audio. There's no reason I shouldn't have been. I just felt I don't know. I didn't. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It's really easy to.
It's a learning process.
Oversights you're gonna learn.
And like I will not forget now that I missed that really important interview.
Yeah.
It's fine. I have the.
There's bigger ones to come.
Yeah.
There's bigger ones.
And what Adrian and Amy, please come on the pod. We can do that same interview for like an hour though.
Yeah, we can talk. I'd love to talk to them.
So, but I'm talking to them. About 2 minutes into the conversation, and I'm going to try to cut this up so you might not even see this part, but the photographer says, like, can I change there's something going on here, can I just change it up? And I think it was the SD card I brought in that was the problem, because then, like, Julie, thank God I brought her, and she just came on the fly. It was really nice for her to come. She threw one of her backup SD cards into the thing, and then it saved on to that one.
Nice.
Right.
There you go.
So... I don't know. We still have the first half of it, so the SD card was working at one point that I brought, but it's just a Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Spook them up.
I mean, some of them, it's just,
It's like, when's the last time I bought a fucking SD card? I'm sure it was like an old fucking, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm sure I just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So what we get it, I think we missed like maybe one question, which was when I was talking about, because I asked, it's so visceral when Tommy is stabbing Jason's body and he's like getting really into it. And
nasty.
And I'm like, you don't see what's inside of it, but what they did, it's like inside this like body they did, and with like the clothes and everything, inside of it is this like kind of gelatin, like kind of like a, like gelatinous kind of thing, not like sticky. And then, but it's like full of bone. It was full of bones and shit.
It's like the
and so they could actually like
what they did on like MythBusters.
Yeah,
and shit.
sort of. Yeah.
It's like how they made like the dummies on
but they would fill
MythBusters.
it. They filled it like full of like bones and stuff. So like when the
yeah.
character of Tommy was stabbing it, it would just like actually feel like that, and like that doesn't really come through on the screen. It's just like for the actor and for like and yeah. So I was able to, and then we kind of go into that, but then it goes into like the second half of that interview too. It's going into paranormal stuff, and they both have stories. Go listen to those because they are good. I think after I post them, we can talk about them more. I don't want to speak the man's words for him because they're just going to be right out there soon.
Anyway.
But like they have some good stories. Tom McLaughlin is like he's onto some really good shit. I'm gonna take a lot of his cues going forward, and fucking Tom Matthews too. He was the real one.
Those guys rock.
I brought my box set of the Friday the 13th DVD box set of all of them, and I was able to get. I didn't see Tom McLaughlin afterward, but I was able to have Tom Matthews, Tommy Jarvis sign the DVD that he was in Part 6, and then also if you check out the Etsy pumpkinhillradio.etsy.com, you can go buy pins and prints and stuff. But I have a print on there of Jason's masks that I made. It's like block print, and I brought that, and he signed it for me, and that's fucking. I really appreciate that.
Sick.
Then he signed one other little thing for me.
3-for-1.
Yeah, he signed one other little thing, and I have it framed out there in like a thing now. It looks nice.
Yeah, 3-for-1 because we're just so cool.
Yeah, it was nice. He remembered me. He's like,
cool
yeah,
bros.
for you. Yeah, yeah. It was nice.
Sweet.
Like making industry acquaintances,
Yeah,
just like seeing
meeting
these people
faces, dude. Meeting faces.
Yeah, I've seen these people since I was a fucking kid. Like these are my favorite movies. It was just crazy.
Fuck yeah.
And then I was stuck around for one more interview, which I also got footage for. We'll be able to post. The video on my side is a little choppy. The audio came through, but I'm wondering if I put it in someone's better computer, it might work like better. I don't know what that means. Like, I feel like I don't know. And also with the first one, there's like a chance. There's like a file. There's like a folder that opens to nothing. That I was like, maybe if I take this to like a computer whiz, they can like find like. What if there was any like hidden data or something? Julie told me that maybe they'd be able to like restore something. So I'm not gonna delete anything on there. I'm just gonna maybe bring it in somewhere.
Some tech guy.
See if they can. Yeah, I know there's a place on the street I can try to take it to. But so the last person I was able to interview was Alexandra Oso, who is like in every horror movie like for the past couple of years. Basically, she was in The Pope's Exorcist most recently in 2023, but she was in Dr. Sleep.
She's Dr. Sleep.
She's not Dr. Sleep.
Well, she played Wendy.
She played Wendy Torrance in Dr. Sleep and all the flashbacks.
Like the post Shining Wendy.
Like after and all the because Dr. Sleep is.
I remember watching Dr. Sleep and being like, wow. They did such a good job casting.
Yeah, I loved the casting for all
They casted her perfect.
Because I could have been so upset about all the casting for like that and like Danny and
they did so good.
Yeah, they did great. And so I was able to talk about that with her for a little while.
Her in person, I couldn't approach her.
Yeah,
she was like
in
love.
She's like our age.
I
think she's like 32. She's definitely like a contemporary.
We were in high school at the same time.
Yeah, not like a contemporary in the business, but just like age-wise.
My freshman year, I was dating a girl that was about her age.
No, we can't talk about the girl. Are you? Well, yeah, you are just in love with her.
I was in love with her, dude.
Yeah, I liked her as a friend.
Couldn't talk with her because I would have been heartbroken. She's probably married. Damn it.
She might be married to work. She's like.
I mean, yeah, probably, dude. Friday the 13th, baby.
Listen to that interview as well, though, because she broke down a lot of her movie. She wasn't so much into the paranormal stuff, which was fine because I was able to talk. We still talked for like 10 minutes about just. All her work and stuff. She just has such a great body of work, and I asked her like specifically like, is there anything that you'd want to work on in the future? Like she took on this crazy role. Is there any other like big time roles she want to do? And there's some good answers that she gave in there, and she was really polite and just nice.
She's a sweet lady.
Yeah, and it was just there, and she was.
You see her, you can just like tell. She has the energy of just a sweet lady.
Yeah, and the other interviews, I think everybody would have done just fine by themselves, but she was alone.
And
she wasn't like paired with somebody, and she was able to still flow the conversation. It wasn't like it was like.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It was nice. So those were my interviews that I did, and that was all by like before the actual show opened up. That was all by like
this is pre-show.
It was all by like 2 p.m.
Some BTS stuff. We're talking BTS.
Yeah,
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. Thank you.
For those who don't know.
It's like big time such. I don't know.
Big time screams.
So that was all. Big time screams. That was all before the actual show really officially opened. Because Doss,
Nice.
I came back to recover. Remember, and this is where you come in, buddy.
Then you got me.
I tagged you in. Me and you drove
I
up
got
there
off
together
work.
around 4:30. Yeah, Doss was at work. He would have been there.
Yeah, I would
You know
have
what I
been
mean?
there.
You
but
would
I had
have.
a
Yeah,
stupid,
just to be
dumb
clear to
work, dude.
all the celebrities listening, Dawson would have been there to
It's really
talk
hard
to you.
for me to get off work on Saturdays, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a lot more open soon.
Yeah. We're gonna be getting that's what I'm like. Yeah, with
What's
you,
happening, dude?
that would have been crazy with you in the room. Honestly.
Oh man, it
That
would
would've
have
been
been
crazy.
fun, dude.
Yeah.
It would have been so fun.
I can't wait to show you I should have showed you the interview I did before this shit.
Oh,
That's funny. Dawson hasn't seen the interviews either.
Well, dude, I just knowing how fun it was to be in that like the Colorado like paranormal research like little thing with those two ghost hunters.
Yeah.
And we just started blasting with questions. That's
Yeah.
like, man,
Felt good.
dude, we could really
Yeah.
do good at some interviews.
Yeah, so also
That was
for
really fun,
everybody
dude.
at COFOH listening, and for shout out to Daniel Smurf.
Yeah, dude. Shout out
I didn't
Smurf,
really.
man.
I talked to him a little bit when we were doing the interviews and stuff. He is one of the 3 or 4 people that puts on COFOH. This is its Colorado Festival of Horror's 4th year.
Yeah.
It's definitely their biggest yet, and I know they're just getting bigger and better. And I just want to make sure that we're always a part of it from now on.
Yeah, we're good.
I know that there was a live podcast this year that my wife actually went to, because she had a whole day
Nice.
too.
Yeah,
that I'm going to talk
yeah.
about after this, and she'll probably come on too to talk about a bunch of stuff, because she was there till 1 a.m.
That's so sick.
Because they had programming all the way up until the witching hour basically.
2 a.m. bar time.
Yeah. What am I on?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I guess I just got you.
Yeah,
We got
me.
up there.
We got in there. We're just we started by just going through all the vendors. There's a bunch of vendors. Met a lot of cool people. Got some cool stuff. I got a cool like bird, kind of like the witch doctor mask, bird skull, hair tie. Like that a lot. That's nice.
Are you wearing that?
No, I don't wear it to work.
Oh, sure.
It's like a special thing.
Cool.
You know what I mean? It's when I'm really trying to look good.
Yeah, but we were able to just weave through we were in the
Couple
vendor
cool
area for like 3 hours.
Talked to some really cool people. Got some flyers out. A lot of cool people that are like, oh, I have some experiences.
Oh,
Like,
also,
well, come
I
tell
was
us
on
about
the
it.
thing about. I was just saying. Sorry, I'm like a little
Oh,
bit
you're
lost
good.
here.
Yeah, we're
I
fucking
actually
all
did.
over.
Just for the listener, I did work 10 hours last night, sleep 6 hours, and go to work again. I had to walk to work too.
Yeah, I know it's been.
And I got back. I took a 1 hour nap, and then Dawson said he was here, and I
Yeah,
came out
yeah,
the door.
Yeah.
I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, I'm looking really green right now. I feel good, but I'm like, I was like, what the hell is happening right now?
Yeah.
No, I was talking
a long
for a
weekend.
second. I was just talking about doing the podcast in live.
Yeah,
So we would
we
love.
definitely get the
And also,
full
I was
live
saying
podcast.
thanks to everybody. I can't believe I
yeah, dude.
fell out in the middle of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to the people presenting it.
Shouts out to everyone who put that thing together. Great work.
Just amazing, like spectacular. And everybody that came out too, like everybody did such a good
Some
job with the
really cool-
costumes,
Oh, man,
the
some
whole
cool
fucking thing.
costumes. I
Um,
got scared. I think we walked in. Immediately, there's a big
That
dude on
huge
stilts.
scarecrow dude, like
Yeah.
yeah.
We're like, ah,
he got you.
I got
Got your
startled.
ass,
I was
dude.
like, whoa.
And
what
later
the
he was passing us, and he was just like. I was like, nice. That guy's awesome.
That guy's
I was, so yeah, shout out to just the whole fucking cast and crew. Yeah, Smurf,
really good.
everybody
shit.
else. There was another. Yeah, just everybody. Thank you. We want to be a part of this thing. I really want to do the live podcast next year. I think we'd be
yeah.
really good at it, and I think we'd be
yeah,
a lot of fun to have.
I'd love to just like throw it on like a seminar.
Yeah, we can find.
do
We'll
a
find
seminar.
space. I'm gonna try. We're gonna press hard for this. By
Yeah,
then we'll
just
be.
because, dude, I need to push out those ghost hunters.
By then we'll be okay. Well, that's the other thing. This has to remain
I need to
anonymous.
get
This
them.
has to remain anonymous, Dawson.
Yeah,
we can't. We have.
I'm calling them the official rivals.
We're deciding to have official rivals in a nice. See, I don't want to start any real beef.
Yeah, no. In a cordial way.
In a cordial way. I think it'd be good for both
Respect.
parties to. I
Respectful.
think it'd be good for both parties to.
I think
have
there's like things
antagonists.
we all agree on. There's things we can debate.
Truly, yeah. We just went
There's
to.
things I would like. I'm curious if they even know about or if they're like,
I'd love to talk to them. That guy. I mean, they said they have like 15 years of experience. So
I'm sure they know what they're talking about.
They can remain anonymous. If I want to talk to him first, I gave him my card. I'm like, let's fucking chat about it. Let's talk.
They had like a book. I'm like, let's talk about your book.
Yeah. I'd love that. I'd do it. Actually, would be sweet to have him on. That's a good idea.
There's some instances I thought that maybe they're just trying to be funny. It
well,
seemed a little
and also,
dismissive.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I know when I get up there too, I'm gonna get like a little spicy like that. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they've been doing that every year for years or not. But it's like,
no, exactly.
Even if it's like your second or third time, I can see how it's like, you know what I mean? And we're asking. We deal in high strangeness. So I'm throwing questions out there that are like. I'm sure they like research at some point, but it's like these aren't the things.
Pushing the limits of like what
if they're digging into
what even a ghost is.
And I hate to defend it so much because I would like to have a rivalry just because it's funny.
Oh yeah, I mean you gotta play devil's advocate.
But I do want to.
Because otherwise, I'm gonna get mean, and I don't want to get too mean.
I don't want to get kicked out of the festival.
Yeah, I don't want to get kicked out.
Yeah,
they have some pull, I think.
They
have a lot more pull than us, I think.
Definitely. Shouts out to them though.
Yeah, that was a cool.
Dude, it was cool.
It was cool that we just were like walked down a corner. And we're like, oh, we got to get in here. It's starting night.
There's a ghost thing.
We got to get in there. Let's go.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, we saw some friends in there too. Yeah, it was just cool to be a part of like. We had to sit in the back because we were kind of like last in, but I literally leaned over to Dawson. I'm like, they were sitting in a ghost conference right now. This is awesome. This is perfect.
Nice, dude.
This is exactly what we're supposed to be.
Yeah. Like hell yeah, we just got stumbled in there.
Mm-hmm. But that was only after we spent literally 3.5 hours in the selling area because and that's awesome. And that you could spend a ton of time in there. Like, but if you went there, you know that's not like you might not need to spend actually 3.5 hours there. We just talked to hopefully every single vendor.
Cool conversations.
Yeah,
we got some pictures of her tattoos. That was cool.
Yeah, that was kind of nowhere. I don't know. I didn't get any calls. So
I don't think I won, but.
Maya won a shirt and a DVD. So. But no, we just talked to like so many people that we're gonna see at different events throughout the year.
Local
people that are working like
a lot of like local people.
Yeah, almost exclusively local, and then people that were cool. Like we're doing like 2 events next month that we're gonna see them there too. So it's like, hey, what's up?
Seeing the mutiny people.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got that book.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool book. They had like an estate from this guy. And it's basically just a bunch of these like limited edition like UFO like research books.
Yeah.
And like with like pictures and like
I want to know more about the guy.
Yeah, I want to know who that guy was.
Can we get information on that? Because that's
yeah, so I have like one of 1,000 printed UFO research books right now. It's what is it? Like angels from space or something.
Andromeda or something. No, it was like angels from some galaxy or something. It was like but it's like but the picture on the front.
Well, yeah, it has like the picture of the front's like these like it's like a classic UFO illustration, but you look on the back.
The back.
And it's a cloud. It looks like
this
a cloud.
one is
And it's a fucking
sky jellyfish.
The sky jellyfish.
You can go back to there's a couple episodes in Pumpkinhillradio probably called Sky Jellyfish. So go back and hear our views on that because this one we saw
you see it and you're like, oh shit!
You're like, God, you gotta get this fucking thing now, buddy.
Well, yeah, this is the one I want.
We'll dig into it.
Cool.
Oh, that scared me. Dawson's chair just squeaked, and I
thought it was
like
a car
an alarm.
about to hit me.
Jesus, yeah, we're on the second floor.
Car coming into the house. I swear there's a car behind me.
Jesus Christ, I'm jumpy.
Shit,
I've been jumpy all day.
Me too, man. I feel you, dude.
Yeah, probably my wires. Because I did all that work, and then it's like we had like a busy weekend too.
Yeah, it was
because this thing is gnarly.
Yeah, we're doing fucking heavy shit.
I got to go through everybody's business card. I tried to follow as many people as I could when we were there, kind of just in front of them, say what's up. But I got a handful of cards right here.
Nice, dude.
You can hear that.
Shouts out Mutiny too. They're moving. I'm really excited for them to be in the neighborhood.
They're moving next door to us.
Yeah, so
I could probably hit a rock at their current location from here.
I'll be there a lot. I'm excited because the guy said too. I was like just like appreciating like all those like UFO books he had. He's like, yeah, man, like I got a ton of resources. Like if you ever just like want to come in, we can talk. And I'm like, definitely.
Well, and I know the current mutiny does have like the whole back space of it is like just chairs and like seating for like tables and shit for like people who do like homework and
there's like
music and stuff back there, right?
Slams,
like, so that's gonna be so cool to have that in the area.
I'm pumped on
we are if all the locals listening, I guess shout out That's Kava for a second.
Shouts
We
out
both
That's
work
Kava.
at.
I just got done with work there
We
today.
both work at the local Kava bar down here. Come on and visit us.
Yeah.
We got some like flyers and stuff up for the podcast in there, and people. And then also shout out to Sean. I believe that's
What
your
up,
name,
Sean?
dude. You were sitting in the bar till 2 a.m. writing down your paranormal research stuff.
Yeah, dude. Do you have any of those?
Not yet. He was gonna send them in to me.
Oh,
he was
I see.
he was doing his thing on it. I know he was taking his time.
I don't know
but
if he
yeah.
like gave it to you or not.
There's a lot of
We'll get it
homies
in.
that are like in the process of writing stuff up right now. Honestly, the next few episodes should have some good listener stories. But
Yeah, I'm pumped.
yeah.
Cool.
And what's up to everybody else too? We've been like literally in the past. I know I said at the beginning of the episode, but in the past month we have grown exponentially.
Dude, blowing up.
I mean, yeah, nothing, not to like toot my own whatever,
Yeah.
but like,
But yeah, we're not like super viral, but like, man, when your numbers are doubling, it's like double 1 month and then doubling that.
Really,
like,
I
that's,
didn't
like,
look at the
come on,
numbed
now.
for the first 8 months because it
Wasn't
changed a little
important.
bit, but it was just like, and it still is like, it's just about.
It
the
really
fun
wasn't
of it, but
important then. It was more just like doing it just to figure out what the fuck we're doing.
At this
Now-
point, I'm trying to like, I was doing the math and I'm like, I do like upwards of 10, 15 hours of research a week for this. If even more if I can, that's on top of like these other jobs and stuff, 2 jobs.
pretty much like anytime I can fucking
it's becoming
strain out of
for the
fucking-
listeners, it's only becoming more and more important to
Not
me. And
just
there's only
work-
going to be better
Yeah, dude,
content
that's why,
coming
dude,
out.
I'm super pumped to fucking finally have some days off.
Yeah.
In the like next week.
Yeah.
I've been working so much. My research has not been there. But
You've been
man,
a good,
I'm
you've been a
having
good
lot
bounce.
of-
You
man.
bounce stuff. I could bounce stuff off it pretty well.
I can always like talk about anything, but I haven't like looked into things like I.
Yeah, you can
want
host
to.
a couple episodes coming out whenever.
We'll get some, dude. We'll get into it. There's some other shit I want to be doing too, just like get more active on
Mhm.
everything. But
Yeah, we want to.
You know.
Well, we got a green screen. We just got to put it up and try to do more video format stuff.
yeah.
With our schedules kind of working out like they are, I'd love for the listener. I'd love to at some point in the next, by the end of the year, Pumpkinhillradio is going to have probably some sort of set recording time where we will also be streaming live on like a YouTube channel.
That'd be awesome.
I'm not gonna say this month or even next month, but like we've been recording specific like on Mondays.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
If you're listening, we're recording the 16th for the 17th. This is the
Yeah,
Hype Fest. We have some stuff backlogged that I had
we
to push away.
backlogged
I had
stuff
to,
for a little bit, but like a lot of it we just kept like consistently doing it every Monday.
Yeah.
So we might as well just do the most recent one.
yeah, and it's like I just want to get this stuff out
Most
there because the
topical
people
thing,
at
yeah.
COFOH gotta know how much this shit rocks. People at Colorado and the world.
Hell fucking yeah.
I wanted that numbers of. I
This
want
shit
people
was
to.
sweet, dude.
If you're listening and you didn't go,
So many good artists.
fly out here. I don't
All
care.
the good artists, man.
I'll pay for your ticket. I won't. If we
won't,
get
but-
enough Patreon by next year, hey, we have 5 Patreon members. I know
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
one of them.
Oh yeah.
We
I'm
have
out
basically 4 Patreon members.
there. Yeah. That's awesome.
I don't have their names here. I know Nicole was the first one.
Yeah, shouts out Nicole.
But I'm gonna get the other names, and I will.
She's top general.
Okay, let me. Dos, can you take the wheels for a second? I want to.
Yeah. What do we got?
I should shout them out.
Yeah.
Talk about COFOH for a second. One
So,
more experience.
well, I
this
mean,
will take just a second.
How many talented artists were there? Like 100?
It was psycho.
It was so good.
I bought so much art.
They were so good. I got a really cool necklace. It's like a casket coffin necklace that opens up and there's.
Oh,
a
you did buy
skeleton.
that, didn't you?
That thing's really nice. I'm not wearing it, but I like it. It's really cool. I wish I would have got the fucking dragon bracelet.
I got it.
You got
me
it,
and
which
me
is
and Dawson
awesome.
were looking at so much cool shit, and I didn't buy this one thing. And then my wife came home the next day because I will talk about
She
her.
knew it was
I will
cool.
let's say a little bit about her experience. I'm going to let her do most of it at some point, maybe even just like a bonus pod. But she came home with this bracelet that we were both looking at.
Super cool. It's a dragon bracelet, and it's basically you put it on, and it's a dragon eating its own tail. If you know what that is, you know what it is. It's fucking awesome and badass. Yeah, I don't know, just like a lot of cool conversations with people too, because like as soon as we like introduced, we're like, yeah, we're like do like a paranormal podcast. People are like, oh, I got stories.
Yeah, everybody's got
A lot of people were like, oh, I got stories.
Yeah,
They're like, people were pumped, and I hope they're listening because I'm also really pumped that you were pumped.
okay, I got the numbers here.
What do we got?
Oh,
Shouts out Patreon.
Yeah, the Patreon. We are trying to grow it a lot. Honestly, some of these episodes we keep on pushing back. I'm just gonna land in there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We're gonna throw them in there.
Backlogged.
I'm calling the Halloween special we're gonna do next month a Patreon episode. I'm just gonna release it to the public, but it's gonna try to have that format, just like even
Yeah.
kind of like we're reaching a point where we're gonna get a good level there. Here, I just have a few of the Patreon members. We have Nicole Franks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. That was our first one,
Nicole.
and then I have We have Candy Jordan. She's the one that sent in that story.
Yeah, Candy.
She's the one that sent. That's part of our Flying Heads of the Midwest episode.
Yep.
I think episode 50. Candy, thanks for checking that out. Yeah, shout out to you.
Shout out Candy.
And then now this is a username, Beck AKC 1977.
All right.
A fine year, Beck. Nice. All right.
Nice. What up, Beck?
I have one more, but it's not loading. No, it's not.
It's all right. Well,
and then you.
Tune in next week.
Everybody,
That's me.
you can be a free. Those are just free members. Don't worry, nobody's fucking paying. We're not getting paid yet, people. You could please be the first one, not to beg, but you can be
sub for free. And
you
then
can
pay
join as
later.
join as a free member. If you join as a free member, go to the description below. You're gonna get a Dropbox folder full of viruses. Just kidding. It's full of over 100 retro Halloween vintage pictures.
Really cool.
It's
100 viruses.
No, it's just like a ton of kind of niche like Halloween. Like it looks like something your grandma would have like gotten from a Halloween store. There's a ton of those pictures. Some little pictures of our Halloween party a few years ago.
If you were in like
which
middle
looked
school
retro-y.
and you had to make, they told you to make a Halloween themed, like a Halloween themed slideshow.
Yeah, it's like
You'd probably be
it's
finding
a
a lot of
perfect
these
thing.
images.
Yeah, but you're not gonna find them on surface level Google. You can't just
No,
look up
no,
like
no.
Reddit retro Halloween. You're not gonna see all this stuff. Some of this is pretty in the corner, and it's all cool. Some of it's kind of funny. I'd suggest getting them, screenshotting them, saving them, and then making memes out of them, putting them as your phone background, computer background, sending them to your friends for just like the good fall vibes. It's great for the fall vibe, and you can ride that Dropbox is gonna be there forever. But it's really good for this time of year.
Yeah.
Just like get that thing set. I'm trying to add more stuff as I can to it, but it's got that's a really nice base already. Also, I think on the free tier, if you sign up, we'll shout you out like we just did. I'm gonna come up with a better format for shouting him out. Maybe we'll kind of make jokes with him or something.
Yeah.
You let us know how you want to be shouted out. For now,
Yeah, I don't know.
we really appreciate you though.
Yeah. What do you need?
Yeah. What do you need?
What do you need from us?
You already got the Dropbox. You already got 100 viruses.
Yeah. Maybe we'll like throw your name in the description below.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. More. Yeah. Any more work for me?
We'll get you.
Good.
We'll get them on there. Maybe just like we can throw them on like the thumbnail.
No,
We'll
get it. We'll put you up there. Thanks for being a free member.
You're special.
You can join.
You're like the most special listeners.
Just join.
If you're on the Patreon, you're top percentile.
And then if you join for $5 a month, maybe even less. Let me just get this thing pulled up.
You can get $1.
Well, there is a $1 thing. Let me pull this
sweet.
up. No, people, this is let me just, since we're just in this kind of goofy little episode, maybe we got some new listeners. Let me just tell you about what you get on our Patreon. And this is where the chapter heading sets in nicely. If you think you need to skip this part, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's just.
You don't. I would suggest being here for it. Because for $1, you know what you get for $1, Dawson?
What you get?
You become the ghost co-host of the episode.
Oh yeah.
All right. You get access to our weekly Goosebumps audiobook club. We got one chapter out right now. I'm planning on recording another one tonight.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
And then, Doss, I also want to. We're going to record that vampire audio play with a bunch of our friends, so we're going to put that up as a free, as a maybe a $1 thing as well.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, that's what you get for the one. That's $1 though. Come on, buck.
That's a lot.
For $5 though. This is where the
co-host?
money comes in. All right,
Ghost co-host.
This is the $5. This is the one that you want. This is the one that I would recommend personally. All right. Not only does this give you the Star Mother's knowledge, and your mind will flow untethered. You also get an EPUB of a collection of horror stories that I made.
Yeah.
It's like being finalized right now. I'll give you the EPUB right now if you get it, but the paperback's also being finalized now. You also get access to, this is the big one, monthly bonus episodes of Pumpkinhillradio After Dark, which is a bonus 5th episode every. Sometimes 4 ain't enough. You get a bonus 5th one. Usually it's a little more relaxed, maybe a little longer, something about an even more niche topic.
Fucking even more
like
wild.
ultra paranormal
Maybe a little
behavior.
controversial.
Yeah, Yeah, something you might want to not show you.
Maybe a little naughty.
PG-13.
Might get into like my love life.
Oh, yeah.
That's some scary stuff.
We're gonna have a whole hour on Dawson's love life.
That's some scary stuff.
That's the $5 tier though. You also get, you know what else for the $5? Dude, we're not even done yet. You know what you get for that?
So much.
You get a sticker sent right to your door.
Oh man. So you get like basically like 10 different things.
It's
for
fucked up.
$5.
I should change these prices,
Man.
And you
Y'all
still
are
get
taking up.
you still get the Goosebumps Club in this one too.
So you're
And-
telling me the listeners can just take us for a ride?
Yeah, they're basically taking me for they're taking us for a ride. Because with the $5 one, you get the bonus episode, you get a sticker, you get access to the weekly book club. The Star Mother will be very pleased with you.
I mean, that alone,
You get the EPUB of the fucking short story book I made.
that's big time.
Fuck. All right, I'm not even gonna read. There's a $15 tier, people. I'm not even gonna read it. Imagine what you're gonna get.
3 times what we just said.
It's yeah.
And that's all included, too.
You're gonna get a lot of shit sent to your door if you get the $15 one. I tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's like how much you want, you know? How
yeah.
much you really want.
$5 is
We
good.
got
$1 is good. Free member is good. Just get in there.
Oh,
That's enough Patreon hype, though. It is good. Now that it's set
Yeah,
up, though,
man.
it's good to get people in there and just become a part of it. I'm trying to post on there more, just like secret content, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
some of the videos. I know I posted a video of the airliner thing, their Hessdale and lights,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
that episode, I believe, we talked about the Malaysian airline that went
That was
down.
a good one.
And there was some kind of leaked footage of some UAPs circling around it. I was able to release that on the...
That's like still some of my favorite like footage of anything.
Mhm.
Because it's like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which, dude, speaking of like cool footage, brings me back to the ghost hunters.
Please.
The video they showed of that
Okay.
black shadow.
Yes.
Zipping by.
That was because okay, this is
That was good.
I don't want to give away their like all their secrets, but they did say one thing because they've been doing it for a while, and they said like, yeah, when you're at a house, you know, you're
Yeah.
getting excited to go for the thing. You're not going to sleep for like you don't sleep all the time. You know, even like getting ready for it, it's like the night before. You're probably not sleeping that great. You know what I mean? You're restless. You get there, you're hyped, but at some point you do maybe get tired. One of you does, and they said that what they do then is they use you as bait, and so
you
they'll
go sleep in
put
the most haunted part of the house.
and then get the camera on you, lock your hands and feet so you're not wrestling
Yeah,
around
yeah.
with them.
You
Which
get,
I
like,
appreciate.
still, cross your
And
arms,
then they showed the video. It's the like
the shadow. Where
yeah.
he, like, he like wakes up. He like wakes up and all of a sudden like
He said they heard a knock by because he was
Yeah,
sleeping by
yeah.
this like empty crib in this haunted house, right? He heard a knock.
He's like by the crib and he like looks by and it's like
And
shadow
then
goes
behind, yeah. Then there's
by. Goes, like,
a
in and out the door basically.
there's a door frame with like the door just cracked, and kind of behind him, just something just moves back
It's
and
like
then
this
back
like a flash
again.
of black,
But it's
but it's like a shadow figure.
and it's
The shadow
weird.
man.
And I know they said they had it, and that's where it's like I definitely believe people when they say like they knew the location of everybody on set. They've been doing it this long. They're not going to try to fake some like dumb like that's
No,
such
they're like trying to like dismiss.
Is
things
anything
more.
they're trying to that's the only
Which
beef
is like
me and Dawson.
respectable.
Well, that's because we're like hyper believers.
Yeah, I'm like I
And-
believe it,
and we
even if
do-
I can't get evidence.
We do invite people to debate us, but when we come
That's
in
like why I
contact with
really.
it,
That's why I want to talk to them.
Yeah.
I'm like I really.
because they were debunking
They're
very
very
hard.
like scientific
To the point where I'm like, we were like asking questions and like I wasn't even necessarily satisfied with the answers, but like
No.
that's fine. That's where we would get them on the pod, and like I respect all their.
Exactly.
It's just,
Well, because
but that video, like
that was like the
they that was real. Like that, like they didn't
Yeah.
debunk that one, you know. And like
no,
that's,
like, I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
Was it a demon? Maybe. Was it a ghost? Maybe. And then you had brought up, what about like older things like jinn and elementals? And they're like, well, what?
And that's what, and I'm
What?
sure they have done the research on that stuff, but they did kind of. I feel like they were kind of recycled the one answer. Hey, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. They did a great. They put on an hour-long presentation and gave out champagne.
Yeah,
and,
I mean
and
they
presents
can't
at
they
the end
can't
of
sit
it.
and just break it down for hours. and hours.
Yeah.
and
Literally,
talk
that's
about
where the conversation. That's where this conversation after.
it. They do want us to like read the book. I do get that.
Mhm.
You got to read the book.
Mhm.
They,
Yeah,
probably-
they were-
they might get into certain things.
They were just
but
picking out certain stories from the book. Yeah,
There's
exactly.
things older than any documented history.
Yeah. That's
that are,
just
like,
what
what
with
these
me and
things
Dawson's
are.
studies on sleep paralysis and like the metaphysical
yeah.
aspects of that and
Well,
the physical aspects of that. That's where we
Dude,
were
with the lady
differing, but
telling the
that's
story
okay.
about like the cat, the ghost cat, the shadow cat. You know what I mean? The like
Yeah.
ghostly cat. I'm like,
So that's
We've
that's
already
that's
talked about
if
that,
we want to
too.
talk, yeah, just like if okay, so a lot of what their also what they do is they go into houses that have already been like seen by like paranormal investigators, and they will kind of debunk or like just figure out what they were doing, I guess, like quote unquote wrong, and like they were showing off like this thing, like the first people were like, you are haunted, this is demons, and it's like, no, that's a TV from the neighbor on the other side of the wall, like that's not a seance,
it's a broken hard drive.
It's like, yeah, like it's such reasonable things, you know, and But with our they seemed I don't know, I want to say dismissive. They seemed like I brought up sleep paralysis stuff, and then I
brought it up,
and then he did say like maybe it's time for another book, basically. So I think he's open. They're open to it, but it's like
because I said like I'm like, what do you think about like sleep paralysis and like the possibility of hauntings happening within dreams? And he's like, well, sleep paralysis is a real thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And they're like, well, might have to just.
And then I think they have, they're just going very.
Because that's, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that.
They're looking for.
I don't think dreams are like saying something's just a dream. I don't take that as valid.
With how much dreamland
dreams
talk
are a lot more real than like.
We discuss dreams.
We give them credit for it. Yeah. Oh, dude.
But they're looking for extremely tangible evidence. They're like
so.
extremely tangible evidence, I think, which I can respect that too. But that's fucking.
I've been having like kind of prophetic dreams though.
Dude, how you dreams doing, buddy? Dreamland talk usually happens near the beginning by Horror This Week. But welcome.
Yeah, since we got into it.
If you just landed here from the chapter heading.
No, we're in dreams, man.
We're in the dreamlands.
So, I don't know, man. I guess, at the bakery job, I like had a dream that like my boss there, she came into the kava bar and was like auditing the kava bar and was like doing all this, and then like eventually she was like, okay, this checks out. This is good. And then I like woke up, and then that was the day where she was like, yeah, like if you're gonna like work there, like I don't know if you can work here too. Like it probably won't work with the schedule. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But I'm like, I like had like a dream where we kind of like talked about this already.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
It's not,
just
like super detailed.
Future sight,
yeah, it was very like
whether that's like
symbolic
you, like,
in certain ways.
Even
like,
if it's just like your body, like your brain unconsciously like predicting what's gonna happen. That is still, I mean,
it was interesting.
Shit, I mean, it happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it was weird.
Yeah.
I saw it coming. I was like, okay.
Did I talk on the pod about the
good,
one where
though.
I killed somebody? I think we kind of been.
Oh yeah, and you felt really guilty, and you had to like get away.
I think I did talk on the pod about that, but that's still like affecting me.
Yeah, that's a fucked up one.
It's because it was like more. And that happened before in my dream, but it was more visceral. I also do it. I don't know. I've been sleeping kind of weird with the different jobs and everything. But
oh yeah, dude.
It's
Sleep schedule's been a little weird.
Dreamlands are there, certainly. They
haven't gone anywhere.
Okay. What else can we say about COFOH? And I think for people tuning in and you're like, I mean, you missed this or this. I know that like the next 10 episodes we're gonna like either reminisce or remember things that were. Shout out! Oh, fuck, I have this card somewhere. I have the stack of cards. Like I said, one of the. Probably next episode I'm gonna do a lot of shout outs for them. Not like it's not gonna be like 10 minutes of fucking just yelling names, but it's like we were able to connect on some nice levels, and if they're listening, it'd be nice to shout them out because there's a lot of that happening. Right on the pod, I've talked about the fleet of hearses, like across the street from me.
Dude,
here.
we met those guys,
and we met them, and he has like a whole hearse thing. There, I'll read the card off next time. I think his name is Zach.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him before,
They trick out hearses and
he's got a crazy cool like blue hair.
Yeah.
Whole thing. He's got a whole deal, and it seems like it's working really well for him and his family. So
they're doing great.
Yeah, it was good to see. It was good to be like
they were all looking great.
Neighbor. Yeah, the whole.
Like, whoa, I see you in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I live across the street.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Small fucking world. Huh?
Energies colliding.
Yeah, man. Fucking dude, I had a good time. That's fun.
I know. They did. And here's the thing. Here's the kicker. Me and Dawson were only there for Friday.
Yeah.
This
is only opening
because we were basically just getting hired and trying to figure all our schedules out, and I just left one of my 3 jobs and all this. There just wasn't any way to get in there. So we were in there Fridays. I was there literally for 9 or 10 hours on Friday though, put together, which felt good. I'm gonna be there all 3 days next year. You better believe it, because we're gonna be presenting.
Oh yeah,
almost all 3 days for sure. I will say though, the next day, that Saturday, my wife Maya was able to go.
Yeah.
She went with a friend, so I'm glad I was able to like promote it even more and just get them out, because then they went out and talked to people.
Was there to represent.
If you're listening because Maya told you to listen, I know she did that a couple times.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up to you specifically? Thanks for tuning in. Isn't she nice?
Nice ladies, right?
But so she went to so she did the whole like looking through the shop area. That's where she got me the dragon thing. But then she also Colorado Festival of Horror isn't just like a sellers event. That's a big part of it, and it's a really sweet part of it.
There's a lot.
And there's interviews and there's meet and greets with tons of celebrities that we haven't even talked about yet. I mean,
that's where we got the screenplay for that vampire, Sherlock Holmes.
I got it right here. which we're gonna read.
Which we'll
but
read
besides
that guy was cool. He played a character. I fucking will remember that.
I'll pull it up. That's all about next time. But
Yeah.
to my point though, just besides all this, there's also a series of conferences like the Ghost one we went into.
Yeah.
There's
a lot.
So many. Like all 3 days, there's probably like 6 rooms where they were happening.
There's like
all different
writing workshops. There was like
everything.
they were showing some of these movies.
There was new movies being screened by directors and stuff. There was screenings of movies with the stars.
Yeah. Ghost Hunting 101.
Yep, I know. Yeah, Maya went to. I think she went to that. She went to
awesome.
Ghost Stories between midnight and 1. They did a Ghost
Yeah.
Stories thing. She did. She went to Jonji Ito is the Japanese horror guy. Writing those mangas and all that. It's just like infamous in the land. He's just like the scariest dude. She went to a seminar that was like femme fatales in Jonji Ito horror.
Yeah.
And like what a fucking awesome.
That's so sick.
What a fucking like very specific and like nuanced and like I just love that that's like
so niche.
there's like a place for that in the world where like there's people sitting in on that and like that's just beautiful. And like they're all like that. Like I wish I had the list is right out there. We don't need to get it, but like they're all like that. Yeah, like and then they have like next year, I hope you come to Colorado Festival of Horror 2025 where fingers crossed we'll have Pumpkinhillradio live.
Dude,
if we're real lucky, we'll do Pumpkinhillradio live after dark.
And then we'll probably like one of these things we like have been researching and obsessing about. We're gonna have to fucking talk about.
Yeah, if you listen.
All
if
right,
you're
we're gonna have to like
listening,
break down one of our theories.
Yeah, we're
which
gonna
is our grand theory of the plasmic soul.
Yeah. I think we'll try to work it up to
Something
that
like
point,
that.
and then leave everybody just buzzing at the end of it.
Yeah,
we'll figure out something because I want to
fuck people's heads.
We're gonna dig in. What it will be. It will be not something entirely new. It'll be a topic that we're gonna explore further than ever and bring it to the people. Some extreme high strangeness, some extreme paranormal activity, some things that you just ain't seen yet. Yeah, hopefully. I want to show you some pictures that the government.
There might be things that happen.
We're all going to be flagged.
We're going to be like, whoa.
We're all going to be flagged walking out of that thing.
Yeah.
Like whoever's spying on us by then is going to take us down.
These guys are spreading too much.
Yeah. I'm already like.
Or we're going to get tapped on the shoulder and be like, we've been watching you.
You're in. And here's your.
We have work for you to do,
dude. If we become Agent Smith I'm thinking of Will Smith, Agent J. Right, and Men in Black. If we become Men in Blacks.
Oh, man, we might be.
Dude. If you're listening.
Dude, we might be. We might be, dude. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I swear.
Yeah, it's like that fucking.
But I'm also nuts. Sometimes I think I'm just a worm in the earth. Sometimes I'm maybe a Men in Black. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, so. I know this episode's kind of bouncing all over. That's because we're just hyped on it. And honestly, it's pretty coherent.
It's a good weekend. It's episodes for anyone that we met in person.
For all the COFOHs out there.
Yeah, the COFOHs out there. If you're out there and you're listening because we met you,
please,
stay tuned.
Yeah,
listen to the old episodes.
We
got a lot of cool stuff coming. We're just hyped on just how cool that shit was.
Yeah,
because we went to it and we haven't really been able to talk about it too much since. But it's been exciting.
It's been so exciting. I know. Yeah, it's been a year in the making, people. This thing started. Yeah. This is about a year old now, a little longer. I mean, for as far as the TikTok goes, it's a lot longer. But it's as far as the hour-long format, it's been a process, man, and it's cool to be. I know we were looking at each other like we made it at least somewhere. Like
we've done it long enough. I can't stop now.
Mm-hmm, can't stop now. So the train ain't stopping. I did.
Also, dude, you know what I'm realizing?
Yeah.
Fucking everybody has some sort of like strange.
If you think that you're alone in any, and not, you can still be unique, but if you think you're alone, you are wrong. Because things happen
Everyone's
to
experience is
every
unique,
single person.
but you're not alone in experiencing something bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, dude, okay, I don't know. I don't know if this is like. I don't know if this is high strangeness. This might just be someone like being a little bit silly, but. One of the regulars at the Kava bar yesterday, he was all fired up because his car got stolen. Today he's like, I found my car. He's like, it was like 3 blocks away from where I parked it. I'm like, what? Was there like damage done? He's like, nope. He's like, I don't know what happened because I walked around the blocks, like doing like the like alarm.
Yeah.
And he's like, it didn't go off.
Reminds me of.
And I was like, damn, dude.
Yeah, it's also one shit where it's one story with.
Well, he has like something. Yeah, I'm like, okay. What I thought too is like, I'm like, that seems like a little bit of like a little glitch in the simulation.
Yeah.
Like when you like played GTA and you go into a building, you go into like your apartment, and then you come back out, you like save
the
and then
car,
reload,
like, moves
and the
over.
car's like a block down the road.
Right. You're right.
I was like, dude, that
I
just
say
he's
also
like,
one just
he's
because
like,
the car like moves, not because of the
No, yeah,
no alien
but, like-
or anything, but the car being placed at different places, like that's just that we've seen that before. Like that's that's
dude.
par for the course. And yeah, maybe it's like I don't know. You can chalk it up to like
maybe he's like maybe I'm just dumb, but
I
don't
just
know,
can't.
man.
I just don't.
Because I was freaking out. I looked everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah.
Like I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure like it.
So that's
wasn't
where
there, yeah.
I take his experience. I'm like, I don't think he just forgot it.
Yeah, well, that's where the ghost
That'd be
hunters can come
very
on and try to
silly.
disprove us on this because
Yeah,
yeah,
like,
we are hyper.
you probably just parked a block away.
We're
and
like
just forgot
all
you
over
parked
on
there.
it. Yeah,
It's like maybe.
Yeah, anybody.
But also, I think most people kind of like know you're gonna like remember that if you like park a little further, you're like, oh yeah, I parked over here. Like,
yeah, you
especially
will.
if you're like searching around. Like, if you're like a block or two away from your car and you hit the alarm button, like it's gonna go off. You're gonna hear it. Like, I don't know, man.
You're right. That's
I thought that was like pretty interesting. I was like, that's
yeah.
a little glitch.
Yeah.
I like those. Glitch in the Matrix, dude. I like told him that too, and he like smiled. I'm like, yeah, man, right on, dude.
It's real though, right?
Like,
also,
no, he's like fully on board. He's like, yeah, like I don't know anymore. It's bizarre. He's like, I have to like call my insurance company and like tell him my car isn't stolen now. Like he's like, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Sorry, I don't know. The aliens put it back or some shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
so they're like
just no damage.
you
Just
still
kinda,
get a payout for
someone just like
alien
towed it
distress,
a block away for some reason
Yeah.
or something. Like,
that's
I
so
don't know,
fucking.
but-
So yeah, just
Yeah.
yeah, we can. You know, I think this is.
I think we're about.
I just want
here.
to. I want to send everybody listening to a lot. Yeah, go to the Patreon, but also check out our link tree to go to our threads specifically.
Yeah.
Find me on Instagram. Find me on fucking Facebook. It's silly there, but specifically find me on threads because it's been really good for communicating with people. We literally just had a ton of people come to follow us and everything, and it's good to be communicating and just talking with everybody. I put out a few days ago. For example, of what kind of, among other things, like I posted a lot of information there. Not an annoying amount, but a solid amount to keep you updated, like on the daily, pretty much. But I was just like, is there any specific cryptids that y'all want us to research for the future? And we got a list of, like 20. Like right up, that was just a few days ago. We have like it's a lot of people like suggesting things.
Yeah.
So throughout the year, I'm definitely gonna go through and tag all these now and get them done.
I'm so pumped to like have some time to research and just fucking dive
dig
into
right the
some
fuck
of this
in.
shit.
So yes, but like anybody listening, new or old, email us pumpkinhillradio@gmail.com and send us even if you don't think you have a paranormal story right now, just send us something that you want researched or just dug into maybe in a separate light. Even just putting a different mind to it can be different. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes like the keywords aren't always there. Sometimes it's just we'll take a stab at it and find something different, perhaps. But I know you also have stories out there. You don't have to write a whole fucking book. I appreciate Candy for doing that, but you don't have to. You can just send whatever.
If you're not a writer, just give me just anything.
Yeah. So that's how to just contacting us for pretty much any reason. Just do it if you need anything. Anything else, Doss? We got our little closeout here, but anything else to say?
I don't know. Got anything? I think I can.
Just
Yeah,
chilling.
got it all out, and that's I don't know. Whatever. We can
Yeah.
close out.
Make sure to follow along. Like press the follow button wherever. Press the subscribe button wherever, so you get updates every Tuesday when this thing comes out. I usually post. It comes out live at 7 a.m. So you can use it for your morning drive time. You know what I'm saying? And if you have one of those jobs, you can keep a headphone in. I've heard stories from people that have been listening lately that say it's pretty good to listen to at work.
Fuck
Maybe zone out. Don't even use this as like a little. You don't have to fucking pay attention. Just
pop
put
it on.
Put it on.
Maybe you hear something and you're like,
rate us
"Oh,
5
me too."
stars. It really helps wherever you're listening.
Yeah.
I'm seeing some new ratings flow in, so it's just cool to see that. 5 stars, please. And then if you have any fucking problems, fucking email us, please. Don't give me a 1 star.
Yeah.
It's just gonna
talk to me.
take so long to recover my ego.
Yeah,
I suppose.
let us know if we need to like visit the correction corner.
Please. Yeah, we have a space for this.
We
when
have
we're
a place
wrong.
for this.
We have a place when we're wrong. It's called the correction corner. Tell us
I
to go
love
in the
to
corner.
use it.
Yeah.
I always love using it. I love.
Tell us
the
to go in the
correction
corner, and we will. Support us on Patreon. You can find the
Yeah.
link below. It's this Patreon. If you just search Pumpkin Hill Radio there, you'll find us though.
Check it out.
You can hit us up on Gmail. Go to find the link tree where you can just see all these links. Get us on Threads. Pumpkinhillradio.etsy.com for pins, prints, and more. You can I posted a picture of the signed copy of the Jason thing. I'm not going to give you that one, but you can own your own unsigned copy. I'll sign it.
Yeah,
Hey, I'll sign it. If you specifically want me to write his name, I'll try. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna look. Yeah. Yeah, he wrote some fun. Yeah, he wrote some fun stuff. And then Dots, we have
a picture of the sign.
My picture of this. Yeah. Maybe I'll sell a picture of the sign print. Go to w.gg and use code StarMother. That's one word for 10% off at checkout. Dawson didn't have any W today, but I had a little bit of W because I told you I just woke up and I was like, charged a little bit.
It's good, man.
And it got me zipping.
W rocks.
It's a powdered energy drink kind of formula. It has green coffee extract in it. It's jitterless.
What was
it feels
that
good.
New flavor you showed me?
There's a new flavor called Grandpa's Denture Water.
Yeah. Grandpa knows best.
Grandpa knows best was the tagline on it. Yeah, and it's like mango and some other flavor. Funny. It's pretty. I heard it's good. So go over there and check that. Get
tasty.
Code StarMother for 10% off there. It would help out. It just why not?
Out.
You'll like it. APOPO. .org. That's the association that. And hey, I just today got the email that another donation went through because we're donating every month to APOPO.org. This is a place that trains giant African pouched rats to disarm landmines in Tanzania and other places around the world that are strict by Cambodia. These places with just age-old mines for fucking some
wars of long past.
Yeah, fucking war, and now the fucking people can't farm or anything there because you're gonna get your shit like blown in half.
Shitty wasteland.
So they teach these rats to search and smell them out. They don't, and the thing is, they're not throwing the rats on them to detonate them, like you might be picturing.
A lot of people's first thought.
They're like, oh, they blow them up. No, the rats weigh like they're giant. They're considered giant, but they're still like rats. They don't weigh enough to trigger it, and they have a way to train them to not do that. There's videos. If you go to apopo.org, you can see how they train them, and you can see them doing their thing. Shout out to Ronin specifically. He's our official mascot here. He's the rat of my dreams. That's all I wanted to say. He's the rat of my dreams.
I never thought I'd love a rat.
I never thought I'd love a rat
so
much. Because I was watching a little because we get updates on him and stuff. Ronin the rat covered nearly 7,000 square meters of, he searched and secured over almost 7,000 square meters of land in just August, in just 1 month.
Damn.
Okay, and a machine would take so much. It takes he does it a room in 30 minutes, where a machine would take 3 days.
Yeah.
He is out there saving lives, He's out there building communities. He's building families.
Working harder than most people.
Oh hell yeah!
He's changing the world.
Oh
for
hell
the better.
Yeah, so you can go to our
support the rat,
go to the link on my Instagram in the bio. You can donate to APOPO that way. You can also
support us in supporting the rat.
Yeah, just go to buy anything on Etsy, or just go if you become a Patreon member, just by way of us donating monthly, the money it filters through there. We got other expenses here. If you want to pay for the rat for a month, it can be your mascot for a month. I'll put you. We'll say that you. I don't know.
If you're paying Patreon member, we'll be like, you're Ronin's official sponsor for the month.
Yeah.
Or the week.
You can sponsor
whatever.
Ronin through us.
Yeah.
We can all share Ronin.
We can share Ronin because Ronin is the best one.
Yeah, he's the best one. He's got their
killing,
and they're all great. And they're all great.
Maybe get your own and tag us and.
Did I tell you what else?
Know what your rat's name is.
Did I tell you what else APOPO's doing recently?
Got?
It's still in the R&D phase, but they're figuring out how to train rats to search through rubble.
Oh yeah,
and find survivors.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Or
that
whatever,
is
maybe
awesome.
Fucking dead bodies. I guess. That's kind of dark. No, they're trained to find survivors, and then because rats can squeeze through little bits and shit, so they can go down. They'd smell them out somehow. Now, as a person being rescued, I don't know. You might see a rat and then be like, oh gosh. And then, that's you see a rat come toward you. Yeah. But then it goes away and it goes and tells the people, APOPO or whoever's using it to come and grab them. They'd sniff you out and then come back and kind of lead the way to find you. So.
Well, because it's gonna get to a person, so you can target where they're at faster than a dog even.
Wait, did you say target where the rat?
Yeah, where the rat.
Where the rat.
Where the rat. Target where the rat. And then, because a dog or a person, you gotta lift, you gotta uncover it before you find them. That takes a long time.
Yeah, dogs are great at it. They also train dogs to do all this kind of stuff too.
Yeah, but dogs
we do it, but
a rat can.
We do it for the rat.
We're here for the rats.
We celebrate rats.
The rats can get there faster.
Yeah. We love the families that are building in Cambodia because of the rats, but we do it for the rats.
It's for the rats.
And you can do it for the rats too.
Just
thanks for listening to Pumpkin Hill Radio.
All right. Yeah. We love you. We love the rat.
Yeah, it's so much
love
appreciated.
you.
Thanks for listening to this COFOH recap. Like I said, we'll have more COFOH information, I'm sure, in the future. Check the socials, because that's where all the pictures that Julie, our professional photographer, took a bunch of stuff. Me and Dawson have some extra stuff I'm going to upload online and stuff. I know my wife took some pictures. She's going to come on and tell her story about stuff at some point, too. Might be our Patreon exclusive.
That might be a good bonus.
More, and then, like... Okay, I'm not going to put any of the interviews at the end of this thing. This is the episode just clean cut. But look out on the main feed and on the probably Patreon free member. I'm going to figure out a way to post this for everybody. The 2 interviews that saved, and then maybe I'll do like a true like retelling. Maybe I'll just like sit by myself and be like, this is what me and Adrian King and Amy Steele actually said. Like try to just remember it as best I can, because I said some of the stories, but we were talking for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They had some great stuff. They had some. I know, like, like
you can like sit down, try to write it down, and like.
Yeah. One thing I do besides that, because Maya was wondering, that's why I was able to ask Adrian. Maya was wondering how many takes that final canoe scene took, because Maya was like, "She's got to blow dry her hair every time." You know what I mean? It's like it's something that I might not have thought about, and then I bring it up. And then Adrian's like, "Oh yeah, of course, your wife would think of something like that, you know."
Yeah.
And then it took 3 takes though, but it was you can't once you do a scene like that, and you can't blow dry off and then get back in the lake that day, because the lighting's gonna change, the continuity's gonna change so much. And she said that they started doing it in the middle of summer. That 3rd final take was done in October, and the water was freezing.
Yeah, it's probably about like 50 degree water.
She said the first take, she was like out of the scene, like she like fell out of the camera view, and she's like, "Oh, what?"
Out of frame.
You know what I mean?
Fuck.
But it was also like so early in this like not so early, but it was just in this time in cinema where you couldn't watch back reels. So the first time that she saw a lot of her final scenes, and specifically that 3rd take, was in the theater with her mom.
Yeah.
That was the first time she saw like the actual completed thing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. She also was talking to COFOH's so sick. I'm going to do a recap, because else I'm going to just go more and more on it. Specifically that interview. I'll release the other ones. COFOH shouts out. Smurf shout out.
You guys out for the
whole community.
Maya's recap.
All the sellers there. All the cosplayers. All the celebrities that came in. Dawson, really quick, we did see Agent Reyes.
Yeah,
from X-Files.
Yeah.
I'll have to. I forgot. I don't know her name offhand. I saw it in like huge letters on the banner. We saw her. We saw somebody from the X-Files. Awesome. Oh God, I don't know. I think we were just in the wrong place at the right place at the wrong time or whatever, because we were walking by to do something, and I don't think I caught her on the way in. But I would have loved to show her my X-Files tattoo. But we saw them. We saw people that I didn't think I'd ever get the chance to see, let alone talk to. So. It was just wonderful.
Sick.
Thank you, COFOH. We can't wait for 2025.
We'll be there.
We're
going to try to be a bigger part.
We would love to be, We'd love
to be a bigger part.
Do as much as we can to help it grow and to just be a part of it. Like just to be, I just love this community. So I just want to be there with you. I want to hear from y'all. Any stories that y'all have from COFOH, feel free to email it to us. Pumpkinhillradio@gmail.com again. Or, I don't know, like, if we can do weird, if you take like to pull out your phone and do like a voice recording, I think you can send that through email. You can do whatever. Send me anything. I don't know.
Video.
Send video. We'll probably try to post it with the hashtags and all that. But thanks for coming out with us. We'll see you next year there. I'm Travis Wormwood.
Dawson, I know I love you.
And this has been Pumpkin Hill Radio. See ya.
Bye.